Welcome back, students, to the next session of direct and indirect speech. We start with the interrogative sentences. In reporting a question in indirect speech, there are few points which we follow. The first one, the reporting verb is changed into asked, inquired, demanded, etc. If the question begins with an interrogative pronoun or an interrogative adverb such as what, which, when, whose, who, where, how, and why, the same word is used in the indirect speech to introduce the words spoken by the speaker. The interrogation sign is replaced into a full stop. If or whether is used to introduce the question part. In the indirect speech, when the question begins with a helping verb, example, is, are, do, has, have, shall, will, and can, such a question has yes or no as an answer. The next point, the interrogative form is changed into the assertive form. The rules for the change of the tenses of the verbs and the person or pronouns must be observed. We have few examples here. Direct speech. Meera said to me, comma, inverted commas begin. What are you doing? Question mark, inverted commas close. In indirect speech, we say, Meera asked me what I was doing. The next one, direct speech. She said to Sunil, comma, inverted commas begin. Do you recognize me? Question mark and inverted commas close. In indirect speech, we say, she asked Sunil whether he recognized her. The next example, in the direct speech, we have, he said to me, do you know the sum? Question mark, inverted commas, close. In indirect speech, we write the same sentence as, he inquired of me if I knew the sum. Now we come to imperative sentences. In reporting an imperative sentence, the reporting verb say or tell is changed into verb expressing a command, advice, or request. For example, command, we do it in command, order, bid, tell. Prohibition changes into forbid, advise and urge. Request, that is when we use please, or when we speak in a request tone, it changes into request, desire, ask. Proposal changes to propose or suggest. Entreaty changes to entreat, implore, pray, and beg. The next point, the imperative mood is changed into infinitive. That is commonly not used. If it is used, then instead of to should is placed before the imperative. The rules for the change of pronouns must be observed. The direct example of direct and indirect sentences. Direct sentence. She said to me, comma, inverted commas begin, please, comma, lend me your book for few days, full stop, inverted commas close. In indirect, we say, she requested me to lend her my book for few days. Next example, in direct speech. David said to servant, comma, inverted commas begin, do this work, full stop, and inverted commas close. In indirect speech, we say, David ordered his servant to do that work. In direct speech, the teacher said to Janet, comma, inverted commas begin, work regularly, full stop, inverted commas close. In indirect, we say, the teacher advised Janet to work regularly. The next example we have in direct speech, the beggar said to us, comma, inverted commas begin, give me some money, full stop, inverted commas close. In indirect, we say, the beggar entreated us to give him some money. In direct, we say, the servant said to the master, comma, inverted commas begin, pardon my fault, comma, sir, full stop, inverted commas close. In indirect speech, the same statement is quoted as, the servant begged his master to pardon his fault. Now there is something important to note here. When let in the direct speech expresses a proposal or a suggestion, we may use should and change the reporting verb to propose or suggest. In direct speech, we say, he said to me, comma, inverted commas begin, let us have some tea, full stop, inverted commas close. In direct speech, we say, he proposed or suggested to me that we should have some tea. When let does not express a proposal, it should be changed into might or might be allowed or into some other verb according to the sense which it makes. We have another example. He said, comma, inverted commas begin, let me have some water, full stop, inverted commas close. The same we use in indirect speech as, he wished that he might have some water. We come next to the exclamatory sentences. Under this, the few points which we need to consider is, when the contents of an exclamatory sentence are reported, the reporting verb say or tell is changed into exclaim, cry out, wish, pray, confess, etc. The exclamatory form is changed into the statement form and the exclamation sign is replaced by a full stop. The interjections, nominatives of address are omitted or sometimes put as the object of the reporting verb, but the force of interjection is kept by suitable adverbs or other expressive words as indicated below. Hooray or ha expresses joy. What or oh expresses surprise. Hash or hush expresses attention. Bravo or here expresses approval. Alas expresses grief. Pooh expresses contempt. The few examples under this heading we have under direct speech. She said, comma, inverted commas begin. Alas, he is dead, full stop, inverted commas close. In indirect, we quote it as, she cried out with sorrow that he was dead. The next one, direct speech, inverted commas begin. Hooray, we have won the match, comma, inverted commas close, shouted the cricket team. In indirect, we quote it as, the cricket team shouted with joy that they had won the match. The last example under this heading, we have the soldier said, comma, inverted commas begin, curse on the traitors, inverted commas close. In indirect, we use it, the soldiers bitterly cursed the traitors. With this, we come to the end of direct and indirect speech. Hope you have gained enough knowledge and you'll be able to answer your assignments. Thank you.